Fnatic with a chance to wrap things up in just 2 maps. We go to Cobblestone. I'm not even going to say it. I was about to say it's another map that favors Fnatic. What isn't? Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, Cobblestone, they have a pretty good track record on the map, you could say. They've been handed a few losses here and there. One that springs to my mind is against TSM in the Fragmite Masters finals that happened early June of this year. Something no one expected, really. But still, I do feel they are the better team on the map. They are pretty much better team on any map. So it's definitely going to be a tough one for Dignitas yet again.
We saw Titan bounce back in the second map earlier this evening after a very lackluster start to the series. So hopefully we can see Dignitas bounce back and find some form in their T side especially. But as we noted, they will be starting on the CT side of Cobble this time. And I think that's definitely going to be a stronger situation for them, considering they actually had the option to start T side. Yes, didn't they? That's how I've just realised. Why would you choose to start T side when? Well, from what I can see,
obviously it was a team decision. Look, I'm going to go back, and people call me out all the time for referencing Call of Duty, but different mentality where money's not a factor. I think that's ultimately the reason you want to start CT, to get the momentum built up on the easier side. But the mentality in other games, and COD's one of them, there's others as well in FPS, was get the hard job out of the way early so that you knew exactly what kind of pressure was going to be put on you on the easy side so you could get the job done. So some teams still take that approach, like NIP, again, on Cash, have tried to use that advantage against LAN teams who aren't warmed up, haven't used the warm-up room, go straight onto the stage, and NIP say, all right, we're on the harder side, let's catch them off guard while they're sleeping still on a side that should favor them. So there is that mentality at times still.
Well, that's interesting enough. So presumably Fnatic have the choice in this one. It seems like they will be choosing T side on this one. So, like I said, that stays true going into this one. Maybe Fnatic, we have seen them have very formidable T sides, definitely pick apart teams just like that. And we'll see how this comes in as we do go into the pistol straight away. I think every pistol we've casted in this map has ended up in a drop down.
I'm watching
rush.
Are you on the team again, Matt?
Am I on the team still? Oh,
yep.
God. They're going to start, and I'm going to be on their team.
Christ.
I'm going to be wiser than Moses, though. I'm moving. They're calling pause just for me. Come on, laptop, load the game.
They've called in the super sub.
I tabbed the CS.
All right, we're good.
I'm watching it staticist. I'm like,
Tomato. AZ called me Tomato. Come on, man. My tan has since come back into place.
Wow, that
I swear to God, if he dropped the kit, JW said it. I love him for doing it. All right. I'm getting trolled so hard right now by everyone.
Oh, God.
Drop Deagle.
How many times are we going to do that this online
right.
series?
Well, the pause will get underway again soon.
thanks, Matt.
I love how they're still trolling. They're saying that I did drop a Deagle and they're taking it.
Okay, so before we are rudely interrupted by Matt's incompetence, let's get back into this. So Fnatic, like I said, most teams throughout this tournament have been rushing drop down. It looks like Fnatic will be doing something pretty similar. All 4 players, okay, 5 actually, heading towards B, but they will change course down towards middle as well. So maybe something a little bit slower coming into play. Meister going to the upper platform, causing some chaos there perhaps.
Well, let's get underway. Crim's first one into spot MSL. Fnatic's got the start they're looking for. First pick and a rush onto the A site. Looking to be slowed down potentially by only that of one man on the site. It's Nico. JW's found Pimp on the rotation, so Nico's got to come up big. Finding 1 kill, manages to do so, but Crims gets him back and now has site control, plus the bomb to work with. Pronax, though, is gone. Kirby, great retake. In fact, Dignitas making this a lot closer than it looked to be initially. Wonderful shot, though, by Crims. Puts us right back into a one-on-one. And AZ called me a tomato, so I'm cheering for Crims in this, but it is going to be him that goes against Crims and tries to sort out exactly where he's playing. Looks to the right, he goes to the left and manages to get the shot. So AZ's going to get the round.
Tomato.
Apparently that's what he says.
Well, there we go, Fnatic. Going for something a little bit slower there. They had a great entrance to the middle. We saw, I think it was MSL caught out of position pretty badly in those mid doors. Got taken out and allowed Fnatic to come to the side. But a nice flurry of kills coming in. KRB and AZ doing most of the work. And the bomb does go down. But again, once we see Meister going straight in for that AK-47. And he gets the armor as well. And we've got a sawn-off shotgun. JW actually uses this quite a lot on Cobble, you know. And we saw it actually at a... I can't remember what event it was. I think it was at the major in the group stages.
It was.
And he does actually do pretty well with it, so don't write this one off yet, just for that by.
Dignitas waiting with the P90. Kirby also covering off B with the M4. That's where all of the action effectively is going to come. -1. So 4 players walking in on this. JW waiting for drop to work into his favor. When does he go? Olaf's got the pick on Kirby. I imagine it's going to be right now because this puts a lot of pressure on Pimp. And Olaf Meister, what an entry. This early AK buy with a shotgun on JW. This is just Fnatic. Oh, okay. All right. I love it. This is working out perfectly. They couldn't have asked for a better second round with a very aggressive buy. Well done, Fnatic.
Okay, what do you
Is this going to be something we start to see a trend? Because no one has been this risky in CS, at least in Go, up to this point.
That was, what more do you want to say? Olaf Meister, AK just absolutely ruined Dignitas walking to the site. Amazing one-click potential. Let's have a look at it. We didn't see it from his POV. Bang. Not even a one-tap there. Just a nice little controlled spray. First one goes down, made it 2. And then the sawn-off shotgun coming into full effect. Now Dignitas has 1-1. I'm going to justify buying into this fully. Get some Deagles and some CZs. Seems like you can hear the shotgun getting ready to go in again. Olaf Meister, he really does control his position so well.
He's very, very good.
This is what Nico was supposed to do on the previous match.
Yeah, you're right. But it wasn't this effective at all. Like, he was just holding up, very held back and losing HP. But
just to be clear, you're talking about Nico Mouse Sports because there is Nico Dignitas as well.
Sure, exactly. My apologies.
All good, just to make sure we're on the same page. Kirby's going to get Olaf Meister. JW takes down Pimp. Good shot by JW as well to follow that up.
oh my god.
Oh man, this shotgun in the drop position. Your microphone hitting the desk right there just pierced my ears.
Yeah, I think I'm deaf. Hello?
That was the loudest thing I've ever heard. Like, Crims will close it out and Fnatic will get 2 kills.
I'm just so out of it watching JW just running around with the shot off.
Yeah, that was.
My apologies.
Look at his money now, AK as well, and he's going to be keeping that gun in the drop down area. It really is so viable because you can find the shots like that, and then he gets the Deagle headshots as well. Just no dams given there, but Dignitas getting the jewelies out. That's the way to get this thing done. And this time, Fnatic really got to be taking over the long hauls, seeing what they can find there. Not going to have any confrontation as of yet. WCT's waiting in middle.
Got a boost though for Kirby on top of that tree position. He needs to hit and fall him instantly. Meanwhile, the flush has hit MSL. There will be no response. Putting themselves into a better position right now. Fnatic trying to push forward, but AZ's found JW. That time the shotgun not going to do much, and AZ will take it, try and use it in return. Finally, maybe it'll work in the favor of Team Dignitas rather than continue to pester them as it has done.
Die?
Oh. That could have been nice. That would just be more flair. Has this not already been entertaining the way Fnatic are playing?
Yep.
Could have just added to it. AZ's got that shotgun, but it is going to be 1-on-3. Nico, that would have been brilliant. Get himself some extra money going into the next round, but Flush, as he says in chat, did hear him coming. Matter of time. Bomb planted. It's going to be 3-1, and guns will come back in for Dignitas.
So they do bounce back after losing that pistol round.
Shotgun. It's close. Oh, easy. JW's better than you with it, apparently, sir.
I think he's better than everyone. Like, no one else uses that gun ever. I think he's definitely defined it. Mag 7 is the main shotgun. Nova used sometimes. Sawn off, very rare. And I think we'll probably start seeing more people using it after these sort of displays. It's very cheap as well, obviously, and gets you a lot of cash. But we go into the first gun right now. Nico getting the AWP. And let's see where he goes for. We'll be going for an aggressive pick. And they actually will be going towards the long tunnels here. Not going towards the back beam. He actually find the first kill. Doesn't actually land any damage, and it takes a big hit himself.
Massive damage, in fact. Crim's able to trade with Nico and MSL, though, doubling up before Crims finds him as well. So 2 from MSL, 2 for Crims. That's where we sit. Those are the only 4 kills so far. Crims is still alive. But Crims is going to fall off that long position as well. Kirby waiting on tree again, looking for the entrance. That does mean his back is exposed to drop, but they've got the compensation to make up for it. Second player inside B to help out that position. Of course, they still don't have something to deal with JW, who's snuck up more and more toward that side. It's going to have to come down to Pimp, and he's spotted up by AZ. Does Pimp get aggressive? He does. Takes the risk that no one else would be on the ramp to secure that kill. And AZ was the man that was watching drop. He's now going to play back in that swing position as we saw him do on Cash at the highway. Similar rotation point. Knows now smoke deployed on the doorway. He's got to get toward that A site. And Olafmeister finding that kill against Pimp puts pressure on top of him. They're still going to push forward, and AZ's answered the task, but it's a one-on-one now as Crims will plant the bomb. Kierby running up toward that doorway will go immediately through the smoke, but finds another one on the front of the car, which does mean now that he also doesn't have a lot of vision. As Crims will deploy fire on the on the balcony, that limits his options, knowing now that Kierby had to have come from the doorway. Turns his attention in that position, and they are wrapping around each other's position, and I dare say Kierby is not going to solve this as fast as Olaf does.
Crims,
excuse me.
Perfect game sense from him. Like, you couldn't have played that round any better. 3 kills there, and then sneaks around the bomb site. He didn't even have any vision on the CT there, but he's just so aware and so tuned into the game. That was just amazing movement from him, and outplayed Kierby completely. And what an amazing round from Crims. 4 on the board for him. And JW, once again, he knows how bad the money situation is, and he's taking this opportunity to get that gun out once again, and probably just jump down into drop down, sorry, and see what he can do there. There he goes.
Olafmeister going to flash himself in again. We've talked about his presence at this position, using the AK-47 this time against AZ, who's out toward the doors, the wooden doors, hiding in the archway. And this is the Olaf arch. He's already inside of it. JW, there it is. Shotgun successful. Kierby gone. Crims and Pronax, they combine to overpower Pimp. And Flush has found AZ, who got the first kill. That means the B site's open. And Crims, who came down drop, he uses the position to full effect to cut off the rotation. Nico, the last alive, far away from the action at the B site.
Yeah, not really much he can do in this situation. Pretty simple round there from Fnatic. Like I said, getting into drop down. And the sawn-off shotgun prevails once again. And it's a very simple round indeed for Fnatic, and that clutch is going to prove to be worth a couple, I think. But now, Dignitas are going to be answering back with the full buy. Auto Sniper coming out on AZ as well, so that's kind of interesting. We saw Titan rolling this in the overtime of Overpass. Definitely still a very viable weapon. Just a little bit unorthodox these days, but where's AZ going to be taking this? I assume facing the upper platform area and trying to spam through smoke perhaps, or looks like he may just be opting to go behind the chicken coop. And AWP is on the Olafmeister. He's going to be facing himself. This could be interesting.
Could be very interesting, as Flusha now is going to fall back, waiting for that initial push that never came from MSL. Means we still have 5 aside. Means we've got Olafmeister hitting AZ again. The room to move. Where's the Molotovs? Where's something to make this spot more forced? More brash for Olafmeister. Get him to hustle his play. Get hasty, because if you give him the room, he's going to take it every single time. Even a Molotov, if he's going to get aggressive and still take the shot, will put him in the open to get canceled. And look at this. The passive play from Dignitas allows them to push all the way up the alley. Flusha with 2 more. It is going to come back to Dignitas' way, as now MSL gets Olafmeister. 2 versus 2. As Crims inside the site will protect Pronax, who puts the bomb in place. Pimp and MSL with M4s trying to do something to get back into the smoke. It won't cover one, but it will give MSL the chance to respond on Pronax, and Crims just has to bait this out again. We saw his awareness the last time, and this time he just takes the fight directly to them.
Olafmeister and B platform. There should be someone should write a book about that. It's just the way he plays. It's just perfection. Also, I think people are giving him a bit too much respect out there as well. Like Matt just pointed out, they should be Molotoving that more, just keeping him more on his toes, not giving us much room.
When you have the auto sniper, right? Surely you want to take advantage of that. Start going up there, spamming smoke, at least making it a little bit surprising. Just sitting there and waiting for an AWP to come pick you. That seems pretty obvious to me, but here we go. The full push into the long hauls here. Very fast tactic from Fnatic here. JW taking down MSL, and they make their advancement onto the bond site. And the CT's having to rotate very fast. They all stack to be there, and they have a very difficult time coming back into this bomb site. They do make it back in time, but it'll be too far gone, I think. AZ, the last man remaining on the A site.
Flasha hits the shot on AZ, but Pimp is there. Crossfire established. JW, he's been swift in movement, not only on this map, but also on Cash. Jump through that mid position on the pistol round to start it off, but bomb goes down, and Fnatic have a 2-man advantage over just the 16 HP remaining on Kierby, so he's gone. He's running over to B, try and save the weapon. Yeah. 6-1 Fnatic.
They're not going to let him get away with this. They're going to be hunting in C there. It's going to be Pronax on the pincer. KRB, though, bailing out to T-spawn, seeing if he can potentially get in a portal or something like that. See what he can do. He's going to be hiding behind the rocks. Doesn't seem like Fnatic really are going for this one as much as I thought they would be, at least. Just could be saving their guns in the B site, allowing KRB to stay alive here. But that's the 7th round on the board for them. Another investment gone from Dignitas. They did stack quite heavily towards the B side. And now they do have the AWP to play with. Nico, I would say, probably wants to get our middle here. Try and call some information for his team, work out whether he can get some information at the top of mid and tell his teammate where to stack in that situation. See a very difficult buy for them going into this round.
Yeah, problem is that Fnatic has just been really effective all across the map. All of getting those picks on B plat. JW and the boys keeping drop zone busy, and side holes get busy by Pronax. So it is pretty hard for Dignitas
What's going on right now? Going into drop down for North. That's
He's like already shooting them from behind. It looks like when you look at that quickly, that perspective, that he's the CT player shutting down.
That's what I thought was
the
going
arch.
on.
Yeah, it's crazy. JW is just absolutely taking the fight to them with full speed and grace. As now KRB follows Nico, MSL. I'm sure they're going to be wondering how the hell that happened so quickly. As Crims will find MSL hiding behind the rock. But a rock to hide under when you're up against fantastic Fnatic. There's not much that's going to save you. As Nico will hold on to the AWP desperately. As it will be 8-1 Fnatic on the T side of Cobble.
So, oh God, that is 7 in a row for Fnatic on the T side of Cobble. And looking at the money as well, Dignitas did fully invest into that. Nico obviously saved the AWP, but it's going to go down as well. And the players now remain on, it's about 3,500 average, I'd say, across the board. And let's see what they can do. Well, I think they pretty much have to buy here. There's no, well, that actually was, well, a quasi buy, I guess. Scouts, CZs, and 5-7. So you kind of have to almost assume it's another round on the board for Fnatic, but maybe it's a little bit of discipline coming from Dignitas. They know they probably won't win one of those light force buys, and making sure they go to the next round and potentially can get 6 on the board. But JW once again just going to be running.
JW wants to get over top a drop again, and we've obviously seen more attention turned to that position, but they get aggressive about it, and Fnatic just waits for it. So they read that like a book. A children's book. It didn't seem like it was that hard to read. As Dignitas now lose Nico as well, and it's left to a 4 versus 2. KRB, what can he do? Last alive, pistol. Down JW. Flush is mad about that, so he'll kill him quickly. 9-1. Fnatic are looking absolutely impenetrable at this point. In fact, it's not even them that needs to be impenetrable. It's the CT side, and they certainly are.
So Nico, once again, I don't think he's had that much impact. He's had 2 kills in 11 rounds. And he's the AWP player here, so he's definitely not having a good time. This time it looks like we're going towards the long hauls. I'd say probably worth going for an aggressive phase here just to try and stabilize this, get the first pick, see what we can do. He actually changes it to danger. Can't make his mind up as to where he wants to go. Now he's probably lost all timing advantages there. Finally, Pim finds the kills to drop down, takes down JW and Crims. And for the first round in a long time, looks like Dignitas may take this one.
This could be the first in, like you said, 8 rounds now. 9 rounds, rather, in a row. Excuse me. That's the pistol to go Dignitas' way. Pronax is putting a case against it. 2 down already. He's got to get all 5. KRB's low on 8 HP. And MSL's awaiting his arrival. Pronax with the bomb down on the other side. A drop needs to go. Back to grab that. Will. KRB. That nade, if it bounced off and further toward, could have been absolutely crucial. Take him down and bring it into a 1-on-2. Pronax eventually will go down onto the pallet, silently so, but he's heard. They definitely heard that. They've put 2 people attempting toward that situation, but MSL, he's looking away from it. Shot in! And unfortunately, KRB with the 8 HP is going to be enough because Pronax not attentive to the situation.
So finally, Dignitas work out how to lock down the drop-down area. Crossfire set up there. Pimp getting the majority of the frags, but obviously this puts them in a very fragile situation. This is a round they have to win. Otherwise, it's going to cost them a couple more. As you see the money pretty heavily affected there. Nico down to $0. He's got the AWP again. JW's got one himself. So let's see how they approach this one. Actually, we'll be going for that aggressive face now, I think. That's what I suggested before. And gets absolutely destroyed there. JW just waiting for it, more than aware what was coming. And that opens up the round once again for Fnatic. And puts the CPs on the back foot.
Fnatic flashes through. Olafmeister wants to go, but won't all the way. It's better of his decision, Olafmeister, but meanwhile, Pronax is going to go directly in on Pimp. Wins that duel quite convincingly. 36 HP still left on him. Much worse for wear is Dignitas, who lose a man in the process, and 2 total against Fnatic. Emphatic, fantastic Fnatic. See, it's a tongue twister, but it's been the case of this game, is it not?
Yes.
Thank you, Henry.
It
For not
surely
making
has.
this awkward.
Right.
Olaf's going to find Kierby. You'd think inevitably so, the way that the trends have been forming, but Kierby thinks better of that. Proves me wrong with the M4. Headshot onto Olaf from the low ground on the way through. Crims, though, finding MSL and Fnatic, boosting Crims all the way up to find AZ. That's clever. Smokes out to allow them to cross, and a boost in the position that's never checked. Not by a CT player, at least. It's usually CT's using that early in the round.
Again.
Catches Dignitas off. Kierby last alive. And is he going to go for the save? Flush has already hurt him. Flush has got him.
You had to save that, like I said. The economy going to be absolutely destroyed now. $1,400 across the board for the boys. And they have no choice here but to take pretty much full eco on the chin. 2 P250s, a 5.7. But another round, there should be a very clean sweep. And obviously Fnatic are going to be more than aware of this.
Nice boost there, by the way. Grim's getting those 2 picks, like for free, basically.
Flush up. Pressure toward the bottom middle. 3 players pushed up toward highway right now, long A. Eventually I'll get that highway to the danger zone thing to
And
catch
B
on.
is empty.
And B is actually, yeah, that's a perfect time to bring up the mini-map to show the situation because Fnatic are slowly walking upon it. Confetti! Come on, Flusha, let's get some kills. Let's excite the round. 1 minute remaining in the round, already 45 seconds gone as they continue to push onto the B site. Flusha, there it is. Headshot on Kierby to initiate things, but Nico's still waiting. Nico's going to spot him any second as Flusha checks it. He's not stupid. Knows the pistols are up and likely they're playing some sort of cheeky maneuver. Can he get an ace with these pistols against him? Because they're all over here. He switches to the CZ75, goes back for more. Easy down. And Jim Carrey, you might have to give up your role of Ace Ventura Pet Detective because Flush is on the case.
Why? How is he so aware? That was sick. It's just awareness of where the CTs may be. Perfect there. Ace in the middle area. That probably deserves a little replay. Just shows you why he really is one of the world's best players right now. Tops the stats at the major recently.
Number 2 last year in HLTV's top 20 rankings for 2014. He might get past this year. He might have to settle with second again because Olafmeister should lead the way in that favor right now. But if let's say at the next major, because there will be another one as we now know this year, Flusha does the same thing, that you could arguably say it is him.
Round number 14 and Olafmeister once again. Out in the upper area, it does get a headshot.
That's the smoke we talked about last night. So that's actually slightly misthrown. Olaf thought there might be a gap there, but there is a way to make that. It's not one way. You can actually see it, but because of the angle, JW getting up close and personal with AZ. That was awkward, and AZ actually gets it because now he knows he's there. But there is a way to make that smoke very advantageous for the entry person, which would have been Olaf in that case. Meanwhile, it is MSL and Carey to get back into Pronax and Flusha. Shots raining in from MSL again to take down Crims. They've got the man advantage to potentially pick up a 3rd round. That's how hard they've been to come by right now, as Olafmeister on 12 HP has the bomb. Options to work with 46 seconds still remaining on the clock. Down drop he goes. Hits the pallets on the way through. Silences his fall. If there's any damage to come against him. And he's actually looking to go back into B. I thought he might work toward A in this case. It's an open position on Kierby. Spots him up, can't hit the shot. That makes things worse because now they know exactly where he is. The element of surprise gone. He'll go for the AWP because he knows how far away Kierby is, but that low HP is going to be his death as Kierby will get him in the end.
So round number 15 here. Dignitas do get their 3rd. You kind of have to think, though, this is a similar situation as what we saw on Cash. Oh, what is this buy? I saw 3 Shawn off shotguns just there. Get ready, guys. This is for the comedy reel. Not seen this kind of buy before. It's actually only going to be 2. I did 3 were bought, but they're actually going to change their mind. You only get 2 of those towards the end, so maybe not such a fun round as we thought.
This is getting borderline bad-mannered right now.
I think that's what they thought. I think 2 is acceptable, 3 is despicable. So,
I mean, JW's used it. If it was just him, I would justify it because it's been successful. But for them to all go to it, then I agree with that. Either way, Nade's going to come down. Smoke on top of drop right now. It's Crims waiting for the smoke to dissolve. Teams up with JW. They've both got the shotgun to go in this time. Olaf finally shut down on the entry, but it took too long. There's already 11 rounds to Fnatic. Double flash. 1 smoke on the right, so they only have to cover off 1 angle. That's bouncing oddly, so maybe they'll have to cover the right and not the left, as intended. Either way, the shotgun's poised and waiting to go. Pronax calls for his team support so they can all rush onto the B at the same time. And they're all going to go drop. Interesting, Fnatic. This is a different play. Down they go. Pimp's waiting. One shotgun down, one shotgun in. And JW, not surprise, surprise, is the one to use the gun to better effect, although they lined it up for Kirby. He's only able to get the one. There is a team kill, though, mind you, from JW. He should have kept the shotgun. Switches to the AK, takes his teammate out, and we've got 11-4 as our halftime score.
Just came down to Fnatic. Olaf Meister really did open up those rounds for them. They lost the pistol, got back into it with that second round buy. If you remember, Olaf Meister on the upper platform really did get absolutely sick there. And there some big clutches as well from Crims. Some notable 2-on-1 situations come to mind. But 11-4 going on to the CDR. Like I said, this one may be a little bit too far gone for Dignitas. But if they get the pistol, it's definitely not over. 5 sets of armor for them, so that suggests something very simple coming up. Pretty much the same report on Fnatic, but Crims with a smoke and a defuse kill.
Major looking. Olaf looking rather, excuse me, toward MSL. Got major thoughts on my mind, guys.
On the brain.
As Flusha will hit down Pimp. Flusha looking for more as well as he comes back around. This pistol round going to Fnatic. Would mean a rather quick cleanup, but Nico and Kirby don't want to allow for that. They're going to pick up a kill each in return. Flusha still, though, is menacing. He's got 3 kills. Just Kirby remains in their way of themselves. Second round pistol, 12th round overall, and an economic advantage that should put them somewhere near 14 overall before Dignitas can respond. Unless they get a bomb plant in the next one, then we'll see guns a little bit early. That is a headshot through the wall. And how little penetration the USP has as well. Okay. All right. Your hiding spot obviously sucks, Kirby. I don't know who you played hide and go seek with as a kid.
Well, now, like you said, no bomb going down. Difficult situation for them. They are going to force up in this one. So I think this is probably the best score they can make. They can't allow 2 more rounds to go down the toilet. So Tech9's armor, 3 flashbangs, no smokes to speak of as well. Looks like all 5 players will be heading towards the B-bomb site. You would assume going towards drop down. It's a very strong area for those Tech9s with the running shooting potential. Let's see how this goes down.
Max lining him up with the UMP. Gone to MSL immediately, but JW, surprise, surprise. Another shotgun out, another kill with it, but it's all gone. Dignitas looking to take the eco round away from Fnatic. Just Flusha remaining. There is low HP, and he has an M4, but he needs to first deal with Pimp, who's forward. 54 HP on him with the UMP. Again, you mentioned players without armor. Well, at least Flusha's got that. The UMP can do massive damage, but with 24 HP, does Flusha think better of the situation? Fnatic potentially just want to get this over with, so they'll keep up at least 1 rifle in an attempt to do so in the following round to hit 13, because Dignitas are going to hit 5 first.
Yeah. Like, it's a very strong tactic to do it. It's similar to Cash when you can do the smoke onto a bomb site, Tech9s, 1 flashbang out. It's a similar sort of deal on drop down. You can send 3 players towards there, split that between the upper platform as well. So difficult to hold off in the second round. So you need to work out, are we going to have the SMGs there that will take a couple of headshots, or do we keep passive and use the rifles and not have the utility? It's always a 50-50 sort of round, and Dignitas getting into there, getting the initial headshots, keep themselves alive for a few rounds yet, but it seems like Fnatic aren't done with this one. More shotguns coming out, Pronax picking up a Nova. We can just see these entrance kills now coming in from Dig. JW did make it a little bit competitive. This is where MSL picked up his frags, flanking them from the side. Nice work from him. Now then, big round here. Fnatic have heavily invested in this.
Flusha waits. Flusha pushed out, though, as the flash comes through. Doesn't want to give up that rifle early. And JW, shotgun again, will take down AZ. And now Fnatic will get the round that potentially slipped away from them last time. Not done just yet, though, because Flusha, he's going to kill another teammate. All right, Flusha, that's 2 now for you. But at least he's made the M4 work marvelously in favor of his team. 3 kills, 4 if you include his teammate. Olaf Meister closing on Pimp will put us on 13.
Yeah, when it's that kind of a crossfire and drop, it's just impossible to get anywhere. JW getting that first contact, and then Flusha flanking on the whole squad.
Cleaning up.
Yep, so 3 easy kills there for Fnatic to start out the round with, and there we go. Fnatic wins that force buy once again.
So AZ now trying his luck with the sawn-off shotgun. A Cobble special, it seems like.
Yeah. Flusha now as well. Still with the M4s. Obviously, they won the last round. He keeps it again. Has teammates with AK-47s and M4s, as well as JW on, let's get, well, there it is. You just saw it. The Mag 7, which actually doesn't have that many kills on the stat track. He could roll it over to 3 digits tonight if he keeps playing the way he is with the gun. He's got the Deagle as well for the long-range shot to help support on the drop. Pimp's waiting for this push, though. Tech-9 in hand. That smoke's going to dissolve, and JW's going to be in the open. Fires a shot, fades away. Flash comes out. Does Pimp walk into it? So far, no exchange. And AZ's got the shotgun. He's taking a play from JW's book. He uses it against Crims. Trades evenly, though. As now it's Pronax and Olaf Meister to firmly put the advantage to Fnatic and close out on Nico. 14 rounds now.
Interesting to see where the team money lies now. Can't imagine it's very healthy whatsoever as we go into series points here. Potentially you can see 2K average across the board. Obviously we'll be forcing into this. Tech-9s, once again, we saw the drop-down rush work very effectively for them. You can only assume that's probably what they'll be trying again this round. And why not? I think they know this game may be over at this stage, but holding on nonetheless.
Move toward drop room. That will do some damage, but the shot will come in, and JW's already in place. 1-2, can't hit the third on the pistol, so MSL will reign supreme and walk toward the site where Crims is waiting and drops the bomb as well. AZ's managed to get down drop. Speaking of dropping the bomb, it's the position rather than the object, as AZ uses it to his advantage to take down Pronax, and it's back to a 2 versus 2. Flusha on 10 HP. Watch for Olaf Meister to come over and try and bail Flusha out, because that HP is not going to favor him going in first. So Olaf takes the reins. Olaf takes 2 kills. Actually, I lied. Flusha stole the second. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's match point, series point for Fnatic.
Yep, and no money to play with the last round. And forced by once again. Tech-9's coming in. They tried the B-rush. Flusha getting the first... Oh, no, sorry. JW getting the first 2 kills there, I think. And, yeah, this is the replay of that. Takes those down. Does get neutralized, and they do make it pretty competitive with the 2-on-2 situation. But, like I said, this game looks like it's pretty much concluded now. As we go into round number 21. All 5 members of the Dignitas heading over towards A.
So drops out the flames, does damage and a shot. Meanwhile, off screen, we saw Olaf Meister pick up a double just as quick as all of that transpired, which means Nico's got the only kill. And there are still 4 Fnatic players against now 1. Kirby, the young 16-year-old, to try and not successfully, surprise, surprise, clutch it out. So it will be 16-5, and Fnatic will take the series in just 2 maps to move directly through to the final of the group. They'll now await either Dignitas or Mouse Sports to come back through and play for a chance in the LAN.
Yeah, Fnatic was on a class of its own here. I mean, there's no way, no other way to put that, especially here on Cobblestone.
Look at the scoreboard
very
directly.
straightforward.
Continue on. I didn't mean to interrupt, but we'll bring up the scoreboard while you do. That's all.
That's all I pretty much have to say about that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what can you say about that? Dignitas, a T-side on cash, very lackluster. Looks like they didn't arrive whatsoever. And you look at the scoreboard here. Nico, 4 frags. You have to feel bad for the guy.
That's not going to be good for my Vulcan.
Mine either.
Did I get him? I didn't get him. That's something I can take away from this.
I get him. I think I might have been dead last tonight. I'm not going to lie.
No, I think I am. I want it. You're not taking that away from me.
Fine. If you want, you can happily have that one. We'll look at the heat map, but I don't know how much we'll take away from it, to be completely honest.
It was such a strange game. You can see, okay, so Dignitas not really getting any lights anywhere, really, to be honest. So
and the funny thing is, that's the difference even on just, I mean, Dignitas were on the T side a lot longer is what I'm trying to make. So they had 15 full rounds versus 6 rounds for just Fnatic, and look at the difference in the heat map. Because, again, this is showing the T side. So that's how many more kills came out in 6 rounds for Fnatic than did for Dignitas in the entire half.
interesting.
That shit cray. MVP Flusha. Flusha. Had the ace on the eco, which was kind of funny just because he was all by himself and was able to find all 5 players.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like players being treated to him on
I
a silver
actually
platter.
preferred to watch Crims that game just because when the rounds the game hadn't been so clearly decided. Crims won some really key, crucial clutches.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I preferred to watch. I thought they were more impactful. Obviously, Flusha takes the MVP in terms of kills and that sort of stuff, but Crims I think definitely needs an honourable mention now.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Well, we've got to wait a minute for Vulcan to accumulate. By the way, I had that heat map backwards. I know now why you were staring at me. Because it's the blue thing threw me off at the bottom because it keeps them blue the whole way across.
I didn't want to call out. I wasn't 100%
No,
sure.
you should have called me out. I was absolutely correct. Either way, it was definitely pretty obvious how that was going to be. But we got to wait for Vulcan to update, which means we can now put a little bit of a I guess, recap onto the group because we have lost Titan from the action. They're gone. They're forced into the last chance qualifier, which now has the 3 teams from the other group that didn't make it through. Na'Vi, who had the map in hand in a best of 5 and lost in 3 games to VP, who made it. So VP in the final, as opposed to Na'Vi, TSM, Kingwin, now Titan in a last chance qualifier. That's 4 teams that were at the major, last major, that are going to have to play, and only one of them will make it to the LAN here.
Looking at these matches so far, I still think TSM is heavily favored in that last chance qualifier, though.
I don't really feel too hopeful for Titan, unfortunately. That's showing against Mouse Sports. That's a match they should be winning.
Could Na'Vi potentially spin that?
They looked weak in that. They are the best of 5 finals still against VP. They'll be disappointed with that. They didn't even take a single map there. And they allowed players like Taz to go absolutely huge, and they didn't seem to have a response to that as well. But obviously, everything changes. They'll be trying to reset themselves, work out what went wrong from that. So there's a second chance for them. They haven't got their kryptonite VP, as it seems, right now. So that's probably going to be the final matchup there.
And that all happens.
Na'Vi versus TSM. But
yeah, that all happens tomorrow night, obviously. We'll get into the lower bracket for this. Then on Wednesday night, have the final for this, then the U.S. group, then the last chance qualifier. U.S. teams won't have a last chance because there's only one group for them, unfortunately. So, I'm wrong. Why am I wrong?
it's the other way around.
It's the other way around. That's right. Last chance qualifier, then the U.S. So, and my mistake. I had the order wrong. Not that the U.S. teams won't be involved. That was correct.
Yeah, it's last chance first, then we do NA after that.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. And not only that, to keep things... Well, actually, this could be interesting. It's best of 1s in the last chance qualifier with a best of 3 final, which could actually, with Kingwin in the mix...
Yeah, it's more upset potential, put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. But then this group as well, we're still not done. Dignitas versus Mouse Sports tomorrow, best of 5 in the lower bracket. How do we fancy the chances there? Because Mouse Sports managed to take a map off Fnatic, but struggled with Titan. Similarly, Titan pushed Dignitas to 3 maps.
For me right now, it's a bit of a coin flip. It's really hard to say which one's going to be favored in that matchup.
Based on tonight, Mouse Sports look stronger. Dignitas were pretty shocking tonight, I have to say. I like those guys. I think they're a good team. We talked about it before.
But if you have to, I thought Fnatic was just on a different level. They were just toying with them.
Yeah, as well, just their approach to the T side is what on Cash especially was my main problem with them.
Sure.
That and the lack of adaptation and not really approaching the map correctly, in my opinion, was what I found disappointing. And I think they need to reevaluate if they're going to bounce back tomorrow.
It'll be interesting to see. Remember as well that PGL have 6 of the teams that are already qualified for that major that has been announced now in Romania, Cluj, not too far from here. So this is a good sort of, I guess, scouting report for some of the teams that will be coming into this. And, of course, we know now that only 2 of them will make it through to the LAN for sure, maybe 3 total of the teams that are invited for the major. At best case scenario. Could be 4 if you include Luminosity, though, in the North American group. As they go against CLG, who are at the last one, and Liquid, who need to step up. But Liquid Online can always have upset potential against teams like CLG. Maybe not so much Luminosity, but they are online within the top 4 in North America for sure. We'll look now at the Vulcan scores. Henry, let's see how bad you did.
Oh, God. Here it comes.
Hey, look, it's us from the past.
6 out of 10?
You didn't even get 3 digits?
Oh, God. 6 out of 10.
I'm just here for the insight of the post-round stuff. I don't really know much about fantasy betting.
968.7. Okay, all right. 6 out of 10. I'm next. That's probably worse. I'm not going to lie tonight. It wasn't great for me.
Yes, 52
it is worse. Out of 60. 896.
I'm better than you. What am I talking about? I'm much
Headset
better.
off. I'm done. See you later, guys.
Matt just left the building.
Okay, he's ripping into me before he even saw his own result.
I hate you both. I really do. I knew it was a bad night. Not only did I stack the wrong game that went 2 maps and was a slaughter, I didn't really get anyone that was near the top of the scoreboard. Not to. You won last time. We're all in different leagues, so we can't really use. You're in the same league as me, actually. You slaughtered me tonight. That's like 200 points. What the hell?
You know what? It is what it is.
That's all that needs to be said, I guess. Let's see if he can take the absolute crown here. He's going up against the PGL staff and Twitch chat. What do we think he's going to lie here?
I think they beat me, that's for sure.
I think everyone on Vulcan.
Oh, they came second. So not to 2 in a row.
Yeah, there we go.
I swear I'm going to redeem this situation. I will avenge, and I will reign supreme tomorrow and the next night. Calling it right now. I'm winning this before it's done.
Sure.
How did it first?
Even the production is laughing at you, bro.
Yeah, but that's because everyone laughs at me, bro. Look at that. Oh, this is embarrassing. Hey, we have the same digits. They're just, I think they're in the wrong order. Mine's supposed to have the 9 in the front too.
It's got pretty awkward.
I think I should invest more time in this Vulcan thing.
Yeah, you can start making a living out of this, dude.
Yeah.
This could be your new profession.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
That's true. I won't say it. But that's it for tonight. We've now known that I am last place. Got some work to do tomorrow. That was a horrible pick by me. We'll see you then. Of course, it is going to be the lower bracket final only tomorrow night. Winners bracket and grand final for the group the following night. Remember, if you are playing Vulcan, you pick for both evenings tomorrow out of the 3 teams. So stack the team you think is going to move forward, and then stack the second team out of which series you think will go longer. That's the way to play it, and get your shot caller on the team you think will win tomorrow night as well. We will see you then. I know they're telling me I shouldn't be giving advice right now. That's probably true, but we'll see you tomorrow night regardless. Pistol to go Dignitas' way. Pronax is putting a case against it. 2 down already. He's got to get all 5.
Should be a very clean sweep, and obviously Fnatic are going to be more than aware of this.
Nice. Remaining in the round, already 45 seconds gone as they continue to push onto the B site. Flush it, there it is. Headshot on KRB to initiate things, but Nico's still waiting. Nico's going to spawn him any second as Flush it checks it. He's not stupid. Knows the pistols are up, and likely they're playing some sort of cheeky maneuver. Get an ace with these pistols against him because they're all over here. He switches to the CZ75, goes back for more, easy down. And Jim Carrey, you might have to give up your role of Ace Ventura Pet Detective because...
Get ready, guys. This is for the comedy reel.
Better effect, although they line it up for Kirby. He's only able to get the 1. There is a team kill, though, mind you, from JW. He should have kept the shotgun. Switches to the AK, takes...
That's what they can make. They can't allow 2 more rounds to go down the toilet, so... Tech 9's armor.
Fnatic wins that force buy once again.
So 80 now.
Trades evenly, though. Now it's Pronax and Olaf Meister to firmly put the advantage to Fnatic.